Evening, everyone. Can you guys?
Evening.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys, for joining us. So, thanks for your patience again, guys. Post-match press conference. I've got Coach Ivan van Rooyen and Captain Burger Odendaal. We can go. Thank you.
Ivan, after that game, is it maybe Burger as well? Is it frustration or anger at the number of errors that you saw on that field? I mean, you guys were for large parts competitive, and then just every time you build a bit, and then you just some silly error.
Yeah, I think. Hello, Jan. First off, the frustration is the area where we make the mistakes. So we managed to build a lot of pressure, and then it almost feels like when we get to 10 or 15 meters from the opponent's goal line, it's a small error, and that's the frustration there. I want to echo what you said. I think we were competitive for a long period of time, and that probably makes the frustration a little bit more. Also saying that I think there was some unbelievable work rate and physicality out there tonight. It's now just to decrease the errors and get the consistency a little bit better.
Burger, you've been through this a couple of times. I mean, it seems like you guys built something, like you had a good tour, and there were some good things. But then suddenly you get to a game like this where things just don't click. Is it a lack of experience? Is it just guys not concentrating?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I wouldn't say it's a lack of experience. It's just a couple of moments in the game. Like Coach said, it's almost when we get into the 22, the errors creep in. I think it's been actually a massive tour for us. Not the results that we wanted, but I feel there was improvement. Let's leave the Scarlets game out, but after that there was improvement every single week. And yeah, I'm very excited to go back, and now some of these teams have to come and play us in the Highveld, and it's just another opportunity for us as a team to grow. We're not happy or satisfied, but I think we're starting to get that belief that what we are doing, we can actually put teams under pressure. I mean, Ulster is one of the top teams in the competition, and I felt we gave them a run for their money tonight. Glimpses of great moments, and then a couple of errors crept in. And I think we had the same talk in the Currie Cup, that our mistakes are expensive. And I think in a competition like this, it's almost like playing an international game. If you make a mistake, the opponents are going to pounce on it, and they're going to get points.
Even Burger touched on Gamma.
Cash, from where you were in the Currie Cup to where you were, the display you had tonight, there's a definite market improvement in your performance and everything. To what do you prescribe that?
And I'm really not arrogant if I say that. I mean this with my whole heart. Thank you for noticing it, because we can also feel it. I think it's an amalgamation of a lot of different things, from players realizing and understanding that just what preparation and hard work it is just to compete, not even to dominate. From that to guys that's really keen and willing to sacrifice a lot for the team. I think our preparation is a lot better or improved, if for lack of a better term. So I think it's a fair statement from my side to say I really feel that in every single department and mini departments we currently quite a bit ahead from 2 months ago.
Even I mean, obviously now you got 6 weeks to your next game. and you're not traveling anymore. How does this change the way you're going to approach the next? Because you don't have to worry about going to another country or to Italy or wherever. You can now sit at home and do proper prep. I mean, are you still going to take 2 weeks off and then start a mini pre-season, or how are you going to approach it?
Yep. Yeah, and obviously today we found out that that 2 games have moved back to South Africa. So that's unbelievable news for us. Like you say, it takes travel and planning and a little bit of travel fatigue and all that out. I think the best bed to sleep is always your own bed in terms of performance and preparation. We're still gonna go 2 weeks off. The guys really need to rest and recover. Saying that is not off like in feet on the couch off. We obviously feel that there's a lot of mini areas, S&C areas, skill development, which we don't need to come in to do it. So we will send them home with quite extensive individual work-ons, which is exciting for me. And then once we come back, it's three weeks of extremely tough, good, specific, small preparation. Like Burger said, the last 2 weeks, I honestly believe that our preparation in the week complemented us to perform better and perform well. And I really want us to build on that. Good, tough training, but very scientific and specific to how we want to play and the outcomes we want.
And the squad that you took on tour, is that the main squad you're going to be working with, or is there additions to that squad?
There's guys back home that unfortunately didn't make the touring squad or that was injured. And there's also guys on this tour that luckily the 2 weeks will give us time to get 1 or 2 of the niggles out. So back home is someone like Willem Alberts is still back home. Someone like JP Smith should be ready to go once we play again. So there is people that's out. Positive feedback on Eddie and Peter. It's not as initially thought. So it's not level 3s and all of those. So yeah, like I said, I see it as 5 weeks to prepare, and the first 2 weeks is specific to the individual, and the next 3 weeks is individual plus team.
My next question was going to be around fly-off. So obviously, is Eddie going to be available for that first home game?
It might be touch and go, depending on recovery time and that. Initially, it was thought that it was quite a serious 3-4 month injury. It doesn't sound like it's that extensive. So just depending on rehab time and how quickly he can heal.
And Peter?
Very similar situation to Eddie.
Okay. And Burger, finally from me, I mean, from the players, what is the mood like? I know when you walk off a field like it, I mean, there's frustration all around, but what is the mood like, the general mood like in the team, having had the chance of finally touring in a proper tour and, you know, being able to together as a team? Do you think the benefits we'll see once the guys get home and you have 2 home games at Ellis Park?
Yeah, I think it just gave the guys belief. No one really gave us a chance when we came on tour. I don't think anyone even expected us to actually beat Zebra the first game. So I think it spurred some belief in the guys, just to actually see that we can compete against the best teams in the competition. And yeah, we had some tough conditions. It was new experience playing on different sorts of pitches. And yeah, so the guys can only grow out of this experience, and it's not going to get any easier for the teams coming to Joburg, especially November, December time. It's going to be hot, and we know it's always a struggle to breathe in the Highveld. So hopefully we can put teams under a similar situation that we were in on tour.
Yes, just regarding what the captain just said, will we see another game plan that you guys employ? Because, I mean, over there it was more forward orientated. Will you obviously use the altitude and everything and run at them more?
It's definitely something that that we'll think we will probably do a little bit more. Even though it doesn't look and feel this way, that every game here is actually quite wet. The ball is wet, the pitch is wet. They play a lot more test match like rugby, especially at home. So obviously, when the sun is shining and it's altitude, you want to tend to run the ball a little bit more. But also saying that the biggest lesson I think we've learned in this 4 weeks is just the gold medal they hang around territory in this competition. If you get impatient in the kicking game, or you just make 1 or 2 judgment errors there, they're really well. They're really good in exposing that one moment, and then you almost feels like you're camping in your own 22 for 5 or 10 minutes. So I think the first 60 minutes we were good tonight with that, and when you fall a little bit behind, you start pushing a little bit more. But saying that altitude is conducive to running a little bit more. Conditions is going to be unbelievable to handle the ball. So we probably will be more attacking.
Are we okay, guys?
Yes, tonight, but I think, and again, it's just from an outside, but your defense is the one aspect that I feel that's really gone up another level. I mean, for large parts, you guys really, I mean, you held them out for phase after phase after phase.
As I said, it was improvement every single game, and I think the defense was massive again tonight. I think there's a couple of sore bodies, so we might not sit too comfortable on the plane, but I think the guys really put their bodies on the line, and we wanted to be physical tonight. I think we had probably the most dominant hits we had on tour in this game tonight, and I think the structure is settling in quite nicely. I think the guys are understanding and seeing the results when we actually stick to the system and just work for the guy next to you.
But taking the physicality into account, Ivan van Rooyen is really now another option at fly half for you guys, or do you still consider him just as a fullback?
I think he's the last 2 games he actually showed his versatility. He's got a great set of hands, good ball skills, good kicking game. So having someone that can play multiple positions obviously helps, and he showed us when we didn't have another choice, and sometimes when you're in the corner, that's when the true character comes out. So he showed tonight, as he showed last week, that he's the option at 10 for us. We can play a little bit of a different game with him at 10, and we also saw what Fred can do that last 5-6 minutes. We have the ability to go wide to wide.
Are we okay, guys?
I'm all good, thank you.
Thanks, Jan. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Carl, are you okay?
Yeah, great stuff.
Cool. Thanks, Carl. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Jan.
Have a
Thanks, guys. Travel safe.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Cheers. Sit down, boys.
As jy dan saamgebring uit, maar dis kan vat.
Nice, guys.
Ja, dis kan maar aanvat.